We're starting with a very, very interesting series right there. We're gonna have Eagles versus Led Gaming, and do you think this is gonna be the series where Eagles would finally get a win that's not gonna be from a team that has just left the competition? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's fairly a quick transition. It's all just done by Arminio right there. Just it's a solo play from defense to offense, and just we're starting so early. Just 27 seconds only, and Led Gaming taking the lead.
Somehow I was on mute, so none of that was heard. Um, so, honestly, I don't think Eagles could get a win, as we see the LED are already up 1-0. I've started nicknaming a certain type of an attack an Eagles attack, where a player would successfully get it into the box, and there would be no help coming forward, and it would just get defended away quite easily. Which we might see a few Eagles attacks tonight. As much as they are my favourite team in the league, I don't think they're really up to par this season, and will really need to work on something during the off season to start climbing up the league.
Far, it's still we haven't seen that much from Eagles, but as I just said, it's gonna be B-Boy just having one on the board, and the game is gonna be tied up fairly quickly. This is like, okay, this is another double commit from Eagles, but at least they're getting some goals out there, and I think
Yeah, at
this
least they
is a
scored
very
it.
close game. I think this could be the CS for Eagles at least to get a win. This is their last game, so they definitely need to try their best to at least maybe at least get a draw. If anything
Yeah.
else, get a draw.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best chances Eagles will have had. LED Gaming not managing to get too many points, and the only teams above them are Arndorf and Lupus. So a very, very good chance for Eagles to get something of it, as we see Miho take the ball away from Firm, but Firm's managing to get it back as he comes across on the left-hand side. He's going to pass it over to B-Boy. B-Boy hits it to the right-hand side, and LED are just going to get it away.
Now Braum on the shot. It's gonna be up to the post, but still, Eagles are just kind of doing better when it comes to those clears, and just they're not spending most of the time in the defense. So this is already a good sign for Eagles. The game is also tied up, so it's gonna be a lot better for Eagles to stay positive and just not give up so quickly, just like how they do it every single time. But okay, but Braum almost got the read to get the double touch right there, but still, we're staying tied up.
Yeah, B-Boy playing really well so far, as we see Brum on this LED Gaming side, who played absolutely out of his mind last time LED Gaming played. He was by far the best player on the pitch for both teams, as he clears the ball away to stop Eagles taking a shock lead almost, as Amino tries to hit the ball only as far as Firm. Firm is going to try and take it over Brum, but there was no Eagle players until Maniac came. Maniac, they can't do anything with it.
Lots of misses going on right there. It just started from Maniac. I think he was just trying to pass, but there was nobody to receive it, and it seems like when you miss, it somehow could affect your opponent, and they would also miss because you have missed, because they're just waiting for you to get the touch. But if you don't get it, well, maybe this is how some people just call it to be a fake when it's just a miss, because sometimes it could work in that way.
Yeah, so the opponents read each other so well in this league, and they would just assume that at this, how well these teams play, that they will be hitting them. That's why maybe they misses. B-Boy takes a shot across the backboard over to Maniac. Maniac hits it only as far as Amino. Amino hits it away over to Miho. Miho's going to try and take the shot, but B-Boy's there to defend it with just a minute remaining, and it's still level at 1-1.
Surprisingly close, and I was actually expecting this. Like okay, that's a huge mismatch right there, just to send the ball right back in the blue side, as they were just trying to get that transition really early because the game is just very close, and that could have been the chance actually because I believe two players just maybe overcommitted in the offense, and that could have been a great chance for Eagles to maybe get a quick goal right there before timer hits zero and send it to an overtime. Now B-Boy sending it to the midfield. It's gonna be over to Ferm. He's gonna be putting it down, and B-Boy just doing his best to control the ball. Just maybe eventually he'll get the chance to have a decent shot and maybe have the setup for his teammates. So this is a really good aggression also coming from Eagles and really nice ball control. It's gonna be a huge demo from Brom, but nothing happening.
Eagles playing much better, as you saw there. An Eagles attack, which is trademark Eagles, where the ball came into the center and no one was there to attack it as the ball hits the ground before it goes in. We go over to overtime. Then LED came straight on the attack after that cross that no one was there for. But better from Eagles that they didn't concede from it. But are they going to concede now? No, they're not. The ball was 99% over the line and did not go in. A great save. The ball did not go fully over the line, and Eagles got completely let off there.
How many bullets he gonna dodge? Eagles, they almost avoided, yeah, they definitely avoided a 0-second goal to deny an overtime, and right there, just a few seconds in, the ball was almost in. It just great how they just tried to calm down and just get the ball out, and thankfully for them, like nobody was there to follow it up, and that could have been a disastrous moment for Eagles.
Yeah, definitely. As we see, Eagles try and mount an attack with B-Boy also trying to push up, but Armino gets it away. Over to Brum. Brum to Armino. Armino shoots against the post. Brum scores, and it's 2-1 to LED Gaming, and they take the first game.
What a touch! How was that even possible? Just bounced it off straight into his car, and he was so quick to get the read, and LED Gaming, they take game one. It was so close the entire time, but Eagles couldn't really dodge so many bullets, just like I mentioned earlier, but they did a really good job at the defense, and overall plays, everything looked so much better for Eagles. Even though they lost game one, it's still possible for them to actually maybe win the next 3 games. But GG's and LED Gaming did better overall after like the overtime. We have seen so many offensive chances going in their favor, but it's gonna be game 2 right now, and it's already getting closer and closer.
Yeah, we saw with the last time Eagles lined up, they took the first game very close, but then they fell apart, and Eagles fans and Eagles players will not want that to happen again, as we start the game with an Eagles attack, but quickly cut out by Brum, and Brum's going to take it over to the Eagles half. Brum to Armino. Armino shoots, B-Boy saves. Now B-Boy turns defense into attack, trying to get that, doesn't get it, but Firm does. Cut out by Brum, but Firm's still there. Firm's still pestering. B-Boy's going to maybe look, or Maniac, sorry, for a cross that doesn't come to anything other than a LED Gaming attack.
They're just trying their best to start with an LED. They're just going for the pressure, just sending the ball to the orange side, even if it's going to be on the post, just doing your best right there until maybe they would make a mistake, or eventually it could be a really great pass for your teammates. But sometimes that couldn't really lead to anything happening, because sometimes you just need to be maybe calming down and just maybe not try to force the pressure, just maybe try to get a decent team play, and B-Boy getting a demo to clear the net, but it's going to be stayed by Arminio, and that could have been the first goal in the second game for Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles settling into this series nicely. They've figured their rotation out. Maybe? Yes, they have. They've figured their rotation out now, and hopefully are going to start scoring goals like we know these players can, as the ball goes in by Maniac. A great pass from Firm. And Maniac into the top left corner. You see Firm there on the left-hand side of your screen. Great pass over to Maniac in the middle. And when they do get players forwards into those positions, they do score.
That's a huge play actually from Eagles. Just those passing plays kind of getting connected, or like they're just trying to maybe center the ball. Maybe that wasn't really working, but just those passing plays maybe could be the answer for Eagles against LED Gaming. as they finally take the lead, and after non-stop pressure from the start till almost like the halfway into the second game, and they just doing much better than how they used to, and that's a really good placement in that shot as well. So it's just the accuracy and the decisions and the offense coming from Eagles, just everything getting connected, and Arminio just with patience, and just things gonna work for you.
Yeah, LED Gaming answering back relatively quickly with just under 3 minutes remaining, 2 minutes 59 to be exact, and Eagles are going to have to find a little bit of something. I know Firm will really be wanting to win this match. He would want to have that one game that he wins this season, as it looks like LED are going to go 2 goals, 2 goals in a very short succession of time, as Firm doesn't get a clean hit on that, and Armino is able just to pop it into an open net, and LED Gaming is slowly but surely starting to take control.
2 goals back to back, and that's, well, we have seen this happening over and over. It just, all it takes maybe 1 goal or 2 and things just fall apart for Eagles, but this is not the time for that kind of mindset. You really want to do your best to get rid of it. This is going to be your game to get to prove yourself, at least even get a win and something like that. You have just basically proved yourself, like what you have been able to do in the offense. You have seen really good pressure and those passing plays when they finally get to connect. You still got the chance when you have 2 minutes. It's just 1 goal and we're going to be tied up, so still too early to actually give up.
Yeah, Firm there, holding his ground, getting that save, waiting for the LED player to do something, because LED have managed to get the ball back with Miho. Over to Brum. Brum, the amazing player he is, hits it just against the backboard. Would have wanted to do a little bit better maybe, but Armino is still there. Armino crossing it, no one was there. Brum was probably behind Armino. If Armino would have just maybe left that, the communication was there, as Miho takes a shot that hits against the backboard.
So many shots were coming from LED Gaming. That's a huge mismatch, but almost went in, but they still managed to defend, and they keep on holding that lead, and it's going to be a huge demo from them. It's going to be a 1v1 situation really quickly, and this one going to go in, and that's going to be the answer, and we're tied up finally for Eagles.
Yeah, great solo play there by Firm, managing to hit it in so close to the top left-hand side, and Brum couldn't get near it. As we kick off for the 5th time in this second game of the series, with Eagles trying to find anything to cling on to and to try and get a point, or maybe 3 if they manage to win this. As Maniac tried to demo Armino, couldn't do it, and we're turning into an LED attack now, as Armino crosses, but only as far as the Maniac, and Maniac hits it away to Firm. Firm on the left-hand side now. Gets intercepted by Brum. Brum is going to try and hit it in the air, which he does, but it gets redirected to the right-hand side of his defense as Armino hits it towards the center, over to Miho. Miho hit it so high in the air as Maniac couldn't get anything really substantial on it, and an Eagles attack now.
Well, just those passing plays again coming from Firm and Maniac, but just couldn't really put the ball on target. It just looked like it got saved, but Brum is there to get a goal right there in this 30 seconds left only. Maybe it could have been overtime, but B-Boy, he already pre-jumped, just tried to clear it, but it seems like he thought that it was going to be pinched into his own net, so maybe this is why he just avoided the touch, and the ball just bounced off the post, and they were there to get the cleanup, and 30 seconds in, the Eagles have to respond really quickly.
Yeah, as we see another attack from LED Gaming, looking to put the game to bed in the last few seconds. They don't want to let in a late goal and take it to another overtime, but they might here as Maniac takes the shot, and Brum playing great again. I'm sure I've seen Brum play a few times, and every time he's been absolutely amazing as he takes the shot. And as I say that, he scores. It's not the curse or the commentator this time, as LED Gaming takes the 4th goal and no doubt in my mind have taken a 2-0 lead in the series.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2-0 right now. Maybe they just started to look very clean at the beginning of the series, but not anymore. And once again, it seems like there's nothing could be done besides getting a draw, and there would be definitely less motivation towards getting a draw because it's already over. You had your last series, you had it at the beginning, but it just things started to fall apart once again, and there has been nothing new about this. But it just Eagles looked so much better than before, but again, it just the results always going to be disappointing.
Yeah, unfortunate there from Eagles, unable to get anything from that, but you can take a lot of positives from an Eagle point of view. They have played a lot better over these 2 games. Could that be the difference in competition of LED Gaming? Possibly, or have they been able to manage to find something, because we have to reset this lobby. There we go, as we get the players back in after that reset. Eagles line up as B-Boy, Firm and Maniac, while LED have Brum, Miho and Amino as we get ready for the 3rd game in this series. As the ball kicks off now.
Eagles just trying to start with an early attack right there, just after the kickoff. The ball was killed, it just doesn't really have any kind of momentum. And you can see that D-Boy just trying to start with a quick ball control as soon as we're done from the kickoff. And now it's going to be Maniac in the corner. And it seems like once again we're starting with really good pressure coming from Eagles. But the ball is going to be cleared right now and they have to play it in the defense. And it's going to be a miss, but Arminio just taking it off to the walls and Brom maybe up to the ceiling trying to pass it for his teammate. And it's going to be B-Boy getting that clear, maybe trying to get the read of the walls as well, and he gets it! Eagles, again, this is like the 2nd game where they get to go on the lead and be the first about getting the goal right there, but that was a beautiful read from B-Boy.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing there. I didn't think it would be able to go in, but B-Boy pops up with the goal. B-Boy, one of the best defensively, actually. Has the most saves for the Eagles team, but turning into a goal scorer there and managing to get the goal for Eagles and trying to get that point.
You know, not surprised, like right after the kickoff, you could see him like he was actually lurking behind the ball, just waiting for a chance to control the ball and just do something in the offense. So he's actually having something in his mind, and we could actually see it in this game, as we have seen that really nice backboard read from B-Boy, and this could be another setup for Eagles. And
Yeah.
B-Boy once again with another shot, and this one almost in, but it's gonna be cleared by Brom and tried to get a 50 right there, but the ball is gonna be cleared. And LED Gaming, they have to play it in the corner, and just Sirius couldn't really get the touch as he was getting beat to the ball. And B-Boy back again with another shot. B-Boy just not stopping with the aggression right after the kickoff, and he just not stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, over the course of this game so far in the 3rd game, you would not have thought Eagles were a team that hadn't managed a proper win all season. They are playing a lot better than what we've seen previously, and maybe they know that they're not going to get anything, they're not going anywhere. They just want to try, they want to have fun, and they want to play. And they're playing a lot better. We see a few of these attacks that we haven't seen from Eagles before. We've seen Eagles attacks where it would just be one person going forward, crossing it in, and no one would be there. The opposing team would be able to just counter-attack and score every single time, which is one of the reasons why Eagles have the worst defense in the league by a long way. But we've not seen that today. We've seen close games, we've seen tight defense, we've seen promising attacks, which I haven't seen from this Eagles team, and I'm really excited if they carry on like this to see how they're going to play for the rest of this series and on to next season.
That was a ceiling shot coming from Brum right there, but it seems like he used his flip maybe a bit too early, but it seems like things have been turning all the way around, and it seems like LED Gaming, they have been putting the pressure on Eagles, and just once again they are forced to play in the defense, and Speaking of defense and Eagles, it just doesn't really give you a positive idea or like any kind of positive note. So seems like they're gonna still have to try and survive and keep on holding into that 1-goal lead. It's not safe. They still need to find another goal to at least guarantee them a win in the series.
Yeah, and that would mean so much to Eagles if they are able to hold on or find that cushion goal as the shot comes in, and a goal from Firm. Firm, the top goal scorer for Eagles, has been had a few shots these past few games that he just couldn't get in, but he's found the target. He must have been practicing a lot, and has managed to take his team 2-0 up here, and is on course maybe for a point.
Maybe that's gonna be safe for Eagles. We still have like 1 minute and a half. But from the way they are playing, the aggression from B-Boy and those passing plays and just a bit cleaner defense, I think this could be a game for Eagles, and we just need to get a draw. That's things getting a bit hairy right there, but still gonna be saying safe for Eagles. 1 minute left, and they just have to minimize their mistakes because losing 2 goals lead in like the last minute, that would hurt a lot, and a goal goes in. It's just gonna be Brom this time, putting one on the board and just 1 goal closer to tie it up and maybe send it to an overtime.
Yeah, you see some of those mistakes just creeping back in for Eagles, and they need to realise that and cut them out ASAP. You saw just before, maybe 10 seconds before that goal came in, 2 Eagles players, Firm and I think it was B-Boy, getting caught up under each other, hitting into each other directly. Obviously not in the right position, and getting into so many hazards leading to that goal, as another scare from Eagles there, and they've got 35 seconds now just to keep the pressure. And B-Boy with a shot from distance, but Miho managing to get there as an explosion comes from Brum to B-Boy. Brum a little bit quiet so far this game, but we know Brum, he can just switch on and cause absolute manic and mayhem and do something absolutely amazing at a drop of a hat.
Last 10 seconds right now, Lead Gaming, they have sent the warning to Eagles, maybe 2 goals lead. They just like, you have to still be careful, and this could be it for Lead Gaming.
Save!
But the shot will be close, and another follow-up from
Oh!
That's gonna be an equalizer. Lead Gaming, they're just forcing it to be in overtime, and they're just not giving up. They're still looking for that sweep against Eagles.
And the defense from Eagles just parting like the Red Sea. Absolute mayhem at the back. We saw those mistakes starting to creep in when they just before they let in that first goal, and the mistakes are coming back in full swing now as Firm tries to take a shot, but Brum able to get there, and an LED attack now as Eagles desperately try and get this away. Maniac versus Amino. Amino probably gets the best of that situation. Firm just gets hit out the way, but pumps it downfield straight to Miho. Miho can't control it. B-Boy now. Over Maniac. Oh, and all the defense. The defense is just split again. Brum with the shot. Brum with the goal. The worst defense in the league has been shown to be exactly what it is. The worst defense. 3 goals conceded in no more than 2 minutes. Every goal very sloppy, taking LED to a 3-0 lead. And we know Eagles, they like to play fully the games, even if that does mean a whitewash. Will they carry on? It looks like they're readying up, and it will be a 4th game.
Brum has been involved in every goal, and just also the defense in this game. He is definitely, as you can see, like he's the MVP, got the most points. 3 goals, he got the hat-trick, the 0-second goal, and also the overtime finish. Brum has definitely been out of his mind today, and it's really, really showing. And especially after like losing 2 goals lead in just 1 minute, it's like, it definitely puts you on your nerves. And even if you're like starting with good aggression, it just, this is where you get to feel really, really worried, and you just can't really be as aggressive because things are just once again falling apart, and you have to be extra careful. And this is gonna be the last game, and maybe Eagles could be getting a win this time. I don't know.
I can't see anything other than a whitewash now, Rydro, if I'm honest. Even if Firm manages to get his team in the lead, or or any goal, matter of fact, for Eagles, LED have shown that they can come back, they can tighten up their defense, and they can score goals like that to take it to 1-0. Eagles are down and out this season. We've seen some great play in this last series from the team, but I just think it's a too little too late for Eagles.
It was a really smooth catch and flick from Arminio right there, and just beating 2 defenders, and it got the height and power, and that's gonna be this like it has always I think it has been Eagles getting the first goal in the last 2 games, but it seems like right now it's late gaming, and I think this is just another not so good sign for Eagles, but they have to respond back once again. It's still 4 minutes left, that's like still nothing, but getting to concede a goal in like the last game, and especially after like losing the lead and also in overtime, and it just gonna be another goal, it's definitely really hard to keep going at this point.
Yeah, and in Eagles' point of view, they've played honourably all season. I don't think I've casted a match where maybe they've gone 3-0 down and decided not to play a 4th game. I think they've always tried to play a 4th game as B-Boy there with a shot, just hits the post, and LED takes it away. And it looks like it's going to be 3-0 maybe. No, Eagles managed to clamber back and try to defend, or somewhat defend.
It's still not done. It seems like Eagles are still giving it their best in the offense. They're just still pushing. They're not really giving up yet. So if they're still pushing for those offensive plays, just maybe going for the aggression once again, this could be a sign for Eagles. But they still have to minimize their mistakes and just maybe try not to panic in the defense, because that's what actually caused them to lose the previous game. Just the panic right in front of the box, and just eventually it led to a 0-second goal, and it's gonna be Maniac putting the ball on top corner, and 3 minutes left, and it's even more likely to happen for Eagles.
Yeah, taking a goal back in this stage. There's still over half the game left, so Eagles do have a chance of coming back. But it's a high task from an Eagles side who are struggling. As we see LED Gaming on the ball now. Miho taking it to the left-hand side. Miho maybe trying to get a cross over to the centre. Tries to find one. Over to Brum. Brum takes the shot. It just misses. Over to Amino though. Amino couldn't get there. Just bumps the Eagles player. Just to give back possession for LED Gaming. And the 3rd goal goes in. You see Miho there. Miho to Brum. Brum under Maniac. And then Miho possibly a steal. Probably was going to go in. And yeah, a cheeky steal from the captain.
Well, that means a really good thing for late gaming. You know, they have already won, and even though the game's still not over, but it seems like they're just relaxed and just they're okay with messing around and just maybe stealing some goals every now and then. But 3 goals lead right now, and Armino just getting one so quickly of the maybe a few seconds right after the kickoff, and even if they got the touch in the defense, that didn't seem to be enough to clear it, and they conceded another goal, and it seems like it's gonna be a Brazil, I guess.
It may be a lot more than a Brazil by the end of this, from what we've seen. Eagles falling apart in this last game as Miho takes the ball for LED with a great save by B-Boy. B-Boy only as far as Amino. Amino with a cross, doing an Eagles with no one in the centre. As Eagles now takes the attack. Not a great cross, but over to Maniac. Maniac hits the backboard and unable to do anything with that. As LED now come to the attack. Miho with a shot. Miho with a goal. 5-1 with over 2 minutes left. And this is going one way.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pass though from Arminia, just setting it down, and he was still able to beat the defender even though he was very, very close to him. Yet he wasn't able to get the touch to maybe even make it to 50. And he just 2 goals, and that's gonna be a Brazil, and we still have 2 minutes, so it seems like only Late Gaming are scoring, so just like how we said, it's one-sided.
Yeah, very one-sided. Eagles played so well for so long over the 3 games, but Eagles, their confidence must be shot after that. They played so well in their 3-0 down, and now they're just defending and defending, and just leaking goals everywhere. As Cross
Yeah.
comes in and couldn't do anything about that, but maybe a chance for Eagles, and no.
Yeah, well, basically just try to either get a goal to prevent them from having like 7-1, or just keep on defending until the timer hits 0. So you could have two options, but I have no idea which one gonna be right. Like, if you just stay defending, well, it's not the best defense, so they're gonna concede a bit more. And they just go for aggression, just maybe try to get the second goal. They still forget about the rotation, so it seems like no matter what they're gonna be doing right now, they're still gonna be have some kind of risk with their like which kind of decision they're gonna be going for. But it's gonna be fair. But just maybe this one's gonna go in, and it just goes in. Okay, well at least they avoided the Brazil, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, Firm flying through the air there. Brum managing to get back, but couldn't do enough. Brum, who's played out of his mind again. This set of series, unable to save the ball, and as much as we can get excited, or the lack of excitement from me for Eagles scoring, we know what way this game's going to go, and yeah, it was pretty much tied up within the first minute, unfortunately, as Firm now takes the strike, but Brum there to save as Maniac takes the shot. Oh, and Maniac with the goal with 27 seconds left, and it's 5-3, and I still don't think Eagles can come back.
I have no idea how this one went though. It just seems like it was too easy. Maybe they just like maybe they're not bothering anymore, or maybe it just if the game stayed at like maybe 3 goals for late gaming, that could have been an equalizer. But there's nothing to be thinking about because it has been already over. There's no point in regretting or anything. Just it's definitely gonna be your next season, I guess. But it's gonna be Brom just coming in hot and putting the ball down and just maybe shutting them down. Just maybe showing them how it's gonna be done for them. You know, they've been scoring like maybe 2 goals back to back, and it's gonna be Brom showing up once again, and to just as a reminder that maybe we're the better team right there.
Yeah, and
Okay, how many goals we gonna see in just 30 seconds only?
yeah, I
Feels like
didn't even
it's
have a
out even longer.
didn't even have a chance to comment before that latest goal goes in, and it's 6-4 now. 10 goals in this game, and even though we've only got the 2 matches tonight,
Nobody's going for the kickoff.
we got we got enough goals in just tonight's game for a full set of series throughout games. As the ball hits the floor finally, and the game is over. A season for Eagles to regret. Eagles losing 6-4. Eagles without managing to get a proper win all season, and LED Gaming will now finish on 19 points and will finish in 10th position regardless, as the Eagle side will finish bottom regardless. We'll just go.
Yeah, there has been nothing really much to fight for. I mean, even if it was for late gaming, like even if they get a sweep and just maybe even 10-0 every game, it seems like there was nothing to be done. It's already over.